Ciao, what's up everybody? Alright, everyone keeps asking me for a news update and a visa update. Well, I'm going to update you. There hasn't been any changes. So there's your update. But we're going to further expand. There's some possible more good news or more good ideas floating around that we will talk about. Today is Friday the 11th and there's been no news coming out as of 4 p.m. 6 p.m. is usually the last slot for new news to come out, so it's not announced today. They're going to be pretty much announcing it the day that they open. I don't know why they're doing this. We'll get into some theories that I have of why I think they delayed releasing the rules and stuff. But if you do like this video, I'd appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel. We're trying to grow my little channel, so yeah, let's get into the video. So, have they released the Vietnam visa rulebook yet? No, they have not. And it's like I said, it's the 11th. Doesn't look like it's going to happen today, tomorrow, or Sunday. So maybe the earliest we would actually hear some kind of confirmation on anything is Monday or Tuesday, which is pretty much almost the date that we open the international tourism again. I have not many explanations or reasons of why they are stalling as they are. The only thing I can think of is they're worried about COVID again, which I don't know. You know, there's like very few people dying from Omicron here and very few people are seriously hospitalized. It's like 4,000 are seriously hospitalized and 40 deaths or something. So it's not that big of a deal. I don't understand the fear of this thing. Again, I'm not the government. I don't control these things, but it seems to me that you would just let it rip, tater chip. But anyways, let's get to the good news of what's happening. So now the Ministry of Tourism is saying that all requirements should be dropped for international tourists, meaning having to take a test, having to quarantine. They're now proposing that they just drop all that and treat an international tourist as if they were a domestic tourist. Now, I don't have to take a COVID test to go anywhere domestically inside of Vietnam. I don't have to quarantine anywhere domestically inside of Vietnam. I did have to self-isolate at home when I came back from Cambodia for 3 days, which I did. No big deal. Now, they already rejected. I don't know why people keep running with this. Like, I see it posted everywhere. I'm not coming if they're doing 3 days. They already rejected the 3 days. That's already been shot down, guys. So they're not going to do 3 days, I can tell you that. And if they do 3 days, then no one's going to come. It's as simple as that. I'm not going to waste 3 days of my vacation to stay at a 5-star hotel. You know, the list of hotels, the whole thing's just kind of quirky, but anyways, the tourism ministry is proposing that they drop all those conditions, which in my opinion is a very, very good idea. They should definitely do that. You know, they're even going so far to say, some places are saying just drop the vaccine thing too. It's, you know, Omicron's already ripping through here and you don't get sick from it. Like, it's just like a common cold. It's not that big a deal. So like, why would we need to really have all that? I could care less if somebody came unvaccinated and if they get Omicron. I don't even need them to isolate. Go do whatever you want. It's a common cold, man. It's like, it would be like, now we're equating this to like if someone's got a cold, they can't fly or go to a country if you got just a cold, because that's what this thing is. It's a common cold. So I mean, it's kind of ludicrous to me that they still want to do some kind of rules, but that's a very good step in the right direction of dropping the quarantine altogether. They still have this crazy thing proposed for kids. The kids, if they're unvaccinated, have to stay isolated for 7 days, which who in the hell is going to do that? What kind of person even thought that was a good idea? You know, I don't know if they realize, but most people are on vacation for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe a month max. Do you really think they're going to waste 7 days just hanging out at a hotel? They could go hang out at hotels in America that are probably nicer if they wanted to. I mean, if they want to take things seriously, if they want to really have tourism back in this country again, then they need to wisen up to this stuff, you know? They need to get their heads on right and make some decisions. They should have already had the guidelines out. You know, it's a shame that people keep asking me and I can't give them an answer. And I can't even give you an answer because the official guideline is not out yet. We have a pretty good idea of what it's going to be, and it sounds to me like must be vaccinated within 6 months, must have proof of recovery within 6 months, must do a PCR test before you leave, must do a 24-hour quarantine at a hotel here, and then do a rapid test, and then if the rapid test is negative, you're free to travel. The tourism ministry is also proposing that if someone does test positive, that they're allowed to just stay at their hotel, which is also, again, a good idea. But I don't even believe that you should make someone with Omicron quarantine at a hotel. Just let it spread around. The quicker everybody's got it, the quicker herd immunity is achieved. Bob's your uncle, man. It's always stronger to have been recovered from it than have the vaccine anyways. So, you know, it's sad for me to see that they kind of dropped the ball on this. I was really hopeful and very happy to see that they were deciding to open, but with this really lackluster, you know, showing, it's not going to really do too much good for their tourism. And, you know, they're trying to propose like tour packages and stuff and to bolster their touring. The best way to tour around Vietnam is by yourself. You don't need a tour guide. You don't need a tour bus. You need a motorbike and you need to drive around and check shit out. It's much funner to travel with you and your mate or your wife or your girlfriend and just explore and see things. You don't need tour packages and tour groups and all this stuff. And I think that's how most people are when they come to Vietnam. They like to just explore, especially people that return. There was an article today that what's wrong with tourism in Vietnam, and I found it to be pretty interesting. You know, a lot of commenters on there were like, well, Vietnam, you know, rips you off. They just want a fast dollar instead of thinking about return customers. And I can say that's kind of true in some aspects, you know. I've gotten ripped off in a couple of places, and it was very short-sighted rip-off. And I even explained to the person, I'm like, you're never going to have return clientele by ripping people off. And they don't care. Is that every Vietnamese place, every Vietnamese business? No. But it's definitely a healthy chunk of it. So, I mean, while there's some good news lingering about, we still have no idea what the rules are actually going to be. So for people asking me if they should book a flight this month and a trip, I would say no. I would say wait until mid-April, May, even June, July. Let's see what happens. You know, I have a sneaking suspicion that they waited to put this information out because there's 200,000 cases of COVID a day. And like that's some bomb dropping thing. And Saigon's still not getting many cases a day. It's not anything crazy. It's like 1,000 to 3,000 a day. So I mean, it's not that particularly big of a deal. But I just can't find any other reason why you would delay to put out the ruling. And this park got really popular all of a sudden. So the bridge finishes supposedly at the end of the month. Grand opening is April 1st. That bridge will be a game changer to getting to D2. It will literally cut time in half, so hopefully it really does open when they say. The timeline for the subway first track now is 2023, they're saying, which I think is very ambitious of them. They're officially out of money again and need more money to finish the line. It's like 88% complete, I do believe, so I don't know how that's going to go either. And another thing why I think, you know, they're probably not in the biggest hurry for international tourism is, you know, 87% of their international tourism in like 2019 was Chinese. from China. So without any China, I think they see that the market's not going to, you know, it's not a huge big deal to them, which it should be, because I think a lot of people are eyeing to get, like, I'll tell you what, when I was in Cambodia, there was a shit ton of travelers there, man. There's backpackers everywhere, travelers all over. So, and their rules are pretty easy. I mean, PCR test, rapid tests at airport, and you're done, you know. And you're supposed to wear your mask, but not many. You're not supposed to, you're supposed to wear your mask, but many people weren't. No one was getting hassled for it. It was pretty wide open. I suspect if Vietnam went with that game plan, that there would be great success in the opening. They really should have already released the rules. I hope that they come out today. And you know, the second they come out, you're going to hear about it from me. Like, if they come out after I shoot this today, this won't even come out. But my suspicion is that it won't come out till Monday or Tuesday, which is kind of, you know, the Vietnam way. But I think it's going to be good. I think the toughest restriction is going to be just one day at a hotel. They need to drop the kid thing altogether, which, you know, the tourism ministry proposed. So we'll see what they do. I mean, there's lots of ideas getting thrown out there. The news is covered with COVID news again. They went for so long, like months, without only having 1 or 2 COVID articles a day, and now there's like 10 every day again. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I'm so over COVID. I just want it to be open. I want to shoot cool shit and get traveling around again. Still don't know where our next destination is going to be. Interesting enough, Korea lifted its quarantine today, so we might be going to Korea. Timeline, I don't know when. It's going to be a while. I got taxes to pay, and I have to save up for this type of stuff. These things don't happen instantaneously. Money doesn't grow on trees. I think that's really all I got, guys. Let me check the news right quick to see if anything updated in the past, 15 minutes while we were talking and walking. So I think these are the Vung Tau ferries, if I remember right. No new news. So I think for now it's safe to say, wait to book your trip. Wait until that document's out. You don't want to be caught in a 3-day quarantine. I hope they even drop the PCR test, because they're just not accurate. They're a waste of time. They're a waste of money. It's a total racket and a joke. Hopefully they wisen up to this and really see that just open up, man. They're already getting completely ravaged by Omicron. So what would be the point of putting crazy rules to foreigners? What did the foreigners do to deserve crazy rules, is what I want to know. Check the Vietnam one. Yeah, so I found it pretty interesting. Korea, which was one of the conservative places, you had a 7-day quarantine there, has completely opened up altogether. So very interesting to see. So yeah, Korea could be really a next one on our radar. I don't want to go to Thailand. There's so many people in Thailand vlogging in Thailand already. So like, why would I need to go there and vlog? Thailand will eventually get to. Also Philippines, I don't think that's too much in the ballpark anymore. Maybe. The places I want to go were hit pretty bad by the storm. So you gotta kind of wait a little bit till they rebuild that area, those areas up. So we'll see. We're a month or two out from our next destination. Very much looking possible like Korea. Well, time will tell. We'll see how it plays out over there. But that's the update, guys. So just to recap, no visas are still issued yet. No news change. All proposals. There are no facts out. If somebody's telling you otherwise, it's just rumors. Until you see a document with a red stamp on it from the government, that's how you know it's real. So yeah, don't trust a YouTuber. Come on now. Do your own research on this stuff too. But like I said, if the document comes out with a red stamp, that's as good as gold. You don't have to worry about anything else. All right, guys. I appreciate you watching this film. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one. Stay frosty. Peace out.